Hello Virgo, welcome to Virgo's monthly chakra healing video. We are going to get started. There's kind of like a lot of things going on for you guys this particular month. For whatever reason, it's like a little bit everywhere, but we're gonna get started. So bottom of the deck is the World and the Seven of Swords. Let me just move your oracle cards over so we can talk about the other twangs that are happening on here. Okay, so with your root chakra, you have the Three of Swords reversed with the Queen of Wands upright. Sacral chakra, you have the Queen of Swords. Solar plexus, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Heart chakra, you have the Eight of Cups with the King of Pentacles. Throat chakra, you have the Page of Water of Cups. Third eye, you have the Fool, and crown chakra, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So what is going on with you guys? Oh, let me just go over the oracle cards real quick. You have Come Out of the Closet and Crystals. Then we have Earth, Spiritual Cleansing and Knowledge. Then we have Fertility and Inner Wisdom. Okay. And your planetary energies that are affecting you the most right now are Moon, Aries, and Sagittarius. Sorry, the sun is glaring really hard right now. Okay, so what's going on, Virgo? What's up? What's good? What's happening? What's popping? Well, first and foremost, root chakra wise, you got the Three of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Wands. And this really tells me that you guys, I feel like throughout your reading, this is kind of so, but you guys are kind of in a period where you are fully in a place where you're trying to like work on your healing to the point where you're not holding on to stuff. Like you're focused on your thing. You're not necessarily having any negative thoughts or any kind of resentments towards people, where maybe in the past you actually, that's kind of what you did, and so it created a couple of different stagnant energy and buildup in your energy that was just like not working. And it definitely, I feel like this had to do with a love situation, but you guys were definitely like traumatized a little bit. You guys had some baggage. You guys had some past nonsense basically that was affecting you guys, where you didn't like, it's kind of happened like a good amount, like a while back, but you were still holding on to it. This month you will find yourself not holding on to this situation, and you'll be definitely more focused on you and your growth, your path, your journey, what's happening with you and around the world, and what, you know, how you can support, what you can do. Like there's definitely like this very more bold energy coming from you guys, and I can see that because you guys have all of this like Aries, Sag energy, this fire energy in your root chakra. So I'm not surprised. You really bought it. You really bought it about your journey specifically this month. And you are kind of contemplating on what you want to do next, how you're going to progress, what your future is going to look like, and what do you want to do? Like there's definitely a lot of potential. I feel like there's definitely a lot of potential and a lot of like you see yourself moving forward, especially in your third eye. You see how you have the Fool on here. You see yourself beginning again, and that's like you're releasing a lot of the nonsense this month, which is beautiful, to be honest. As far as your root chakra goes, your sacral chakra is the Queen of Swords. So you guys are a little bit more direct. You guys are definitely moving and using a little bit more of your mercurial energies this month, as you have like majorly a lot of like, you do have a lot of swords in here. You guys are using your more mercurial energy, where you're a little bit more clear, focused about what it is that you want to do, and really how you want to apply yourself. I feel like if you guys have been kind of being, you know, hermiting and doing the thing where you just kind of go away and you're not really addressing nobody during the time that you have gone away, then you guys are now kind of coming out a little bit, kind of, you know, opening up, reaching out to some friends, reaching out to some people. But you guys are really about your kind of your knowledge and whether you've been studying something, whether you want to go back to school, take an online course, work with someone who is knowledgeable in the thing that you want to learn. Like, you guys are very much in a place of knowing and wanting to know, wanting to have to master a particular subject, and what you need to do about it. Like, you guys are very much about like your know-how. You might be reading a lot this month. You might be, you know, just particularly engaged in a specific topic, and things are going to be calling out to you specifically that you need to work on or do, or, you know, invest more of your time in. But at the same time, you guys need to kind of be present, because you can't just hide away and do all the things that you love internally. You do have to be present. You do have to show up. The world does need you to express yourself as well and share parts of yourself, because you guys, you have to understand, and I spoke about this in the Gemini reading, but you have to understand you guys' energy is definitely being called on just as much as Gemini's is as well. And the reason for that is because Gemini season and Gemini energy, what it brings is really that communication, that one solid message, the thing that people need to know, the things that people need to communicate. But while we're all doing all of the things that we need to do, we also need a lot of healing. A lot of people in the community need a lot of healing. They need a lot of love. They need a lot of just to be like, to hold space, and just to be within the whole space, to cry, to release, to sort out the pain, to just really do what they need to do to really kind of have that space for themselves, that sacred space where they can just be themselves and be open and honest about how they're feeling, why they're feeling it. And that whole entire thing is a very healing space, and a healing energy. So your energy is getting called on, especially by those in the spiritual community. If you have noticed, if you have been on Instagram, if you have been on Twitter, wherever you have been, there's been a call for a lot of like the spiritual leaders and spiritual teachers in the community have been saying like, hey, you know, definitely make sure you take a pause, take a rest, practice your self-care. Is really, really important to do so right now, especially because so much of our energy is getting used to boost up the message itself, that we also need to take a moment to just focus on our healing and make sure that we're charged up, that we're resting, that are getting enough sleep, that we're paying attention to our emotions. And so that energy applies to you. You guys need to be very present during this time, because your energy is what's being called for. At the end of the day, you guys are a solution to a problem. So make sure you're aware of that. Okay, it's not just about, okay, you can go hermit mode and just stay there. You guys also need to be present, because there's a lot of healing that the world needs right now. And sorry guys, I got cut off. But to continue on, I feel like you guys have just a little bit of a fire in you, trying to really change the way your life is, your perspective, your journey, what your life's gonna look like in the future. Like, you guys are pretty much in creation mode, and I see that with the throat chakra as well, being in the page of water. You guys are a little bit more open to your feelings, what's vibing with you, what you're gravitating towards. Like, there's a different kind of vibe to things, and you guys are really looking at what you're calling in the physical realm. You guys are thinking about your element, what you want ultimately, how you want to progress, how you want to succeed, what you want from the world, and what do you want to contribute to the world as well. I feel like you guys are really, really connected to your earth side, but really heavily on the lighter side of who you are. Like, there's definitely this duality to Virgo, and I feel like you guys are trying to see how you can balance that, while at the same time trying to like address like all of these past issues that have come up for you guys within the past few couple of months that you guys have been having. I do feel like you guys do need a spiritual cleansing this month. I would, if I were you, I would probably do one once a week, especially because Cancer season is going to be out of this world when it comes to the water energy, the heavy water energy, which is going to have a big impact in your heart chakra. So you want to just make sure that you're kind of taking care of yourself emotionally, listening to your body, and what it is that you need to kind of release and at the same time bring in what you're calling into, because you also want to, water works in many ways, and it has multiple ways and multiple things that you can use it with. And for this month, you're really getting called to use it, while other signs are getting called to use it creatively. You guys are getting called to use it a little bit more as a tool in order to heal and progress and have those moments of peace and a peace of mind, but also helping you release a lot of this baggage that you've had for a while now. Now, with your crown chakra being the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is definitely an issue, because it tells me that you guys will be overwhelmed at some point, especially spiritually this month, which is why you might have the urge to just hide away and not, you know, be present, and, you know, why your solar plexus looks the way it does. But you can definitely turn that upside down and use it a little bit more wisely. You guys still have very heavy, like, High Priestess energy, especially with the Inner Wisdom cards that are coming out. So you know how to use this energy. You know how to capitalize on it. You know how to bend it in order to use it the way that you need it in that moment, and without getting overwhelmed by it. I feel like you guys will have moments, especially during the eclipse in Cancer that's coming up, that you guys will be overwhelmed and will be kind of a little bit annoyed or struggling with the emotional energy, and you guys definitely can do better with that. So take a moment to pause and release and breathe, and just try your hardest to work with the intense emotional energies that are coming up. I feel like you guys feel it already. I know I have been feeling it already. The water energy, this eclipse energy it's building for sure. And it's definitely not going to be like the funnest thing to sort out, but it's definitely something that's happening regardless of whether or not you want to deal with it or not. So for sure, take moments to just relax and deal and address your emotional energy. Okay, so that is your reading for this month. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified and any videos that I upload. And don't forget to check out the Patreon as well, because we're always learning and growing over there. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.